Okay, so let's do this first part to 6C, which is lines. On this section, we're just going to be looking at parallel and perpendicular. So let's go ahead and read along together. So, oh, go ahead, hold on a second. Put the tools there. Those are usually helpful. Parallel lines are lines that are not in the same plane and do not intersect. Perpendicular lines are lines that are in the same plane and intersect to form a right angle. Equations of lines are typically in the form of y equals mx plus b. This is called the slope-intercept form in this equation. M represents the slope and b represents the y-intercept. So, parallel lines. Parallel lines have identical slopes. This is this is not new stuff. And different y-intercepts. Example 1. Right? What is an equation of a line that is parallel to 3y equals x plus 2? So first, put the given equation into y equals mx plus b form. So they go ahead and write the equation out. They divide out the 3, and then the end result is y equals 1/3 x plus 2/3. The slope, it should pop out because there's the m value. It's 1/3. The slope of this line is 1/3, so any line parallel to this line will also have a slope of 1/3. So at that point, here's an equation of a line parallel to the equation above. Y equals 1/3 x plus 9. It could be this value, it could change, but this is the correct format for making a equation parallel to this equation on top. Moving on, let's go to perpendicular lines. Two lines are perpendicular. Let's see. Two lines are perpendicular if the product of their slope is -1. In other words, the two slopes are opposite sine reciprocals of each other. That a lot of people forget. If you can remember that, you'll be in great shape. So let me scroll down. What is the equation of a line that is perpendicular to y equals 1/3 x plus 2? You're going to flip around that 1/3 and make a negative. And there it is. Yep, -3. So the perpendicular slope to that equation would be -3. They go ahead and give you an example using -3 as their slope. Y equals -3x plus 5. Let's keep moving here. It is also, okay, yeah, it is also possible. Here's the point slope formula, you guys. Y minus y1 equals m parentheses x minus x1. This is essentially the formula, the differences between the x values and the differences between the y values. The y values are on top of the fraction, the x values, the x difference is on the bottom. So in this equation, m is the slope, x1 and y1 are the x coordinate and y coordinate of the point given. So the time you would use this formula is when you have a point and a slope. So let's look at the example here they give us. It says, what is an equation of a line parallel to 3y equals 12x plus 5 that passes through to 6? So let's first find out the slope of this equation, and then we can use this formula to go ahead and put those points in and see what we get. So here we go. We're going to first put into y equals mx plus b form. And that comes out to 3y. They wrote it 3y equals 12x plus 5. They divide out the 3. And it becomes y equals 4x plus 5/3. So 4 is your slope. Slope of the line is 4. If a new line is parallel to 3y equals 12x plus 5, then its slope must also be 4. Can we agree on that? I hope so, because the new line passes through 0.26. Use the point slope formula. So now they're going to throw out the point slope formula. Point slope formula is y, whoops. Ooh, I can't seem to highlight it. Y minus y1 equals m parentheses x minus x1. So y minus 6 equals 4 times x minus 2. Y equals 4x minus 8. Now these values I'm plugging in are the points 2 and 6. So y equals 4x minus 8 plus 6. Y equals 4x minus 2. Double check your answer when x equals 2, y equals 6, because 6 equals 4 times 2 minus 2. Apply the point slope formula the same way when finding a perpendicular line. Just remember the slope will not be the same for a perpendicular line. So, and there you have it. Y equals 4x minus 2 is your equation for a point that passes through 2, 6, and it's parallel. All right, so, okay, let's take a look at the next example here. So, oh, here they write the slope formula, which is basically the point slope formula. But now what they're doing is m equals y2 over minus y1, x2 over minus x1. So this is something you guys just kind of should know in your sleep at this time. Let's see, let's look at the example number 4. Like, throw out the slope formula, which write an equation of a line which is parallel to the line that passes through points negative 5, 9, and 20, negative 21. So we're going to put the points for y2 minus y1, which would be negative 21 minus 9, and the x part is 20 minus 5. Do the math, you get negative 30 over 25. And then the resulting value is negative 6 over 5. So let's see. In order for line to be parallel to given line, different. So now we got to look for another equation, but with a different y-intercept. So find the y-intercept of the line passes through the 2 given points by using the slope. 1 point at the point slope form of an equation of a line. So y minus y1 equals mx minus x1. So we're going to use the slope. We're going to use the point negative 5, 9. So it would be y minus 9 equals the value of the slope, which we've calculated as negative 6 over 5, x minus, and then that value is negative 5, as you see right here. And that turns into a positive, I believe, yes, doesn't it? I believe so, yeah, it turns into positive, but then it goes back to negative because of this. So negative 6/5 plus 5 times negative 6/5 makes it a negative 6 right here. So y minus 9 equals negative 6/5 x minus 6. So then you consolidate. Y equals negative 6/5 x plus 3. And there's your equation that they're asking for. Last example, I believe. No, I think there's probably one more. Okay, example 5. Write an equation of a line which is perpendicular to the line that passes through points negative 8, 4 and 12, negative 11. So they do the math here for you by plugging in these numbers here. Negative 11, negative minus 4, 12 minus negative 8. And the resulting value is negative 15 over 20, which is negative 3/4. So if we're looking for perpendicular, you have to do the negative reciprocal of negative 3/4, which is 4/3. And there is your answer there. Therefore, the equation line that's perpendicular line passes through the 2 given points is shown below as y equals 4/3 x plus 2. So. Okay, now we're moving on to graphs. Given a line graphed on a coordinate plane, a line that is parallel to the given line will have the same slope, and a line that is perpendicular to the given line will have an opposite reciprocal slope. This is something you guys, I would imagine you guys already know, but as a refresher, 2 lines with the same slope are parallel, and 2 lines that are negative reciprocals of each other are perpendicular. So, okay, let's look at this example. What is the slope of a line that is parallel to line D? So I have to lean in because I'm counting points. Let's go to the origin and then pick a point from the origin. Let's say point E. Go count to the right, that's 2. Count up, that's 1, 2, 3, 4. Rise over run is 4 over 2, which makes it 2. The slope of line D is 2. And that's it for this first part when it comes to lines, parallel and perpendicular. So let's see. Oh God, now I'm having a little trouble stopping this.